All right, welcome. I hope you're having a wonderful day today. I'm going to be investing crypto, researching crypto. We're going to learn crypto today. Crypto Tuesdays. Crypto Tuesdays. We're going to learn crypto today. If you want to learn something, stick around. If you don't find it entertaining or informative, I wish you well. What do we have? What's trending today? What's in the news? First, let's dive right into the news. I usually would go to CoinMarketCap when I'm wanting to catch up on the daily crypto news. CoinMarketCap.com is an aggregator for all things crypto. That's where you would find the latest and trending in the space. It seems like trying to get my studio set up here so I know I can have some controls. Crypto profit taking strategy. It's a lot of the delay in the between loading and it's significant delay. We'll just start with the first video. IQ kind of in the way right now. My filters are obscured, so I can't really even turn this one off. See if it goes away. Native YouTube filters. Nope, no, there it is. How about good? That have been viewed more than the others. Earn daily from crypto trading. 100% proven strategy. I don't want daily, so we're gonna try. ChatGPT trading strategy made over 19,000%. That was from a year ago. Full tutorial. I don't really believe this, but sure, indulge me.
I recently asked ChatGPT to give me a trading strategy to turn $100 into $10,000 fast, and it gave me
Hmm, very annoying. It's not clear why there's this delay here.
some tips such as focus on highly volatile assets, use technical analysis, be disciplined. Yeah. We all know that. Nothing specific. So I decided to be more specific with my question. I went ahead and asked it to create the best strategy using an AI-based indicator called the machine learning. This indicator is currently going absolutely viral. I also mentioned that the strategy's goal is to turn $100 into $10,000 in the shortest amount of time possible. It provided me with a detailed strategy. It wasn't really perfect, so I had to make some tweaks here and there, and here it is, the final setup. To check if the strategy actually works, I will test it 100 times. For that, I will use the price of Ethereum on a 3-minute time frame. But before I do that, let's actually open the charts and add the indicators. So the strategy includes 3 free TradingView tools. I will explain how each indicator works as we add them one by one. So for the first indicator, let's add the machine learning KNN based strategy. Let's thank the creator Capissimo for this amazing indicator. The machine learning strategy works by analyzing historical market data and predicting the direction of future price movements based on patterns in the data. KNN is a classification algorithm that determines the class of a based on its nearest neighbors in a feature space. In the context of trading, KNN can be used to classify whether a stock price is likely to go up or down based on its historical data. To use KNN for trading, historical price data is first collected and transformed into a feature vector. The feature vector can include technical indicators such as moving averages, the relative and momentum indicators. The KNN algorithm is then applied to classify whether the stock price is likely to increase or decrease. This indicator is not repainting, however, you do have to wait for the candle bar to close before you can consider a signal to be valid. It is also very simple to read. The indicator basically prints blue and pink labels which are buy and sell signals. Depending on the strength of the signals, labels may have lower or higher opacity. Of course, we cannot use this indicator on its own as this will lead to a lot of false signals. That's why we need to add the next indicator, which is called the EMA ribbon by Dominic Ossoletti. The exponential a trading indicator that consists of multiple exponential moving averages plotted on a price chart. This tool is used to identify the direction and strength of a trend in the market. The EMA ribbon is created by plotting several EMAs with different time periods. The moving averages are then stacked on top of each other, creating a ribbon-like appearance on the chart. When the ribbon is sloping upwards, it indicates that the market is in an uptrend, and when the ribbon is sloping downwards, it indicates that the market is in a downtrend. The EMA ribbon will help us identify identify potential buy or sell signals based on the direction of the trend and the location of the price relative to the moving averages. As we can see, this EMA ribbon indicator comes with buy and sell signals. Since we already have a buy and sell indicator on a chart, which is the machine learning, let's actually disable those EMA ribbon signals. If we look at the chart, we can see that this indicator does filter out a lot of fake signals, but there are still some left. That's why ChatGPT suggested using the relative strength index as secondary confirmation. As you probably know, the RSI is used in trading to measure the strength of a security's price action. It is displayed as a line on a chart that ranges from 0 to 100. When the RSI is above,
So that seems more like a ad for this specific product, and I'm not fascinated or interested in it. All right, we're going to move on to the next video, trying to find a winning strategy for 2024-2025 bull run. If you've been paying attention to the market cycle, you can see that Bitcoin has since passed its previous all-time highs. It's currently trading in the top 60s at currently at the current market price, top $60,000. It's been over $70,000, which a lot of naysayers did believe that crypto or Bitcoin will ever reach that price. I, for one, I've been in the Bitcoin and the crypto space for a while now. I've seen the different market cycles, and I can tell you that this is an asset class that's here to stay. It's already been adopted as a legal tender by countries like El Salvador, and they've been proven that they can sustainably use it as a legal tender in that country. And once that's occurred, the IMF, the World Bank, international monetary or financial organizations have to recognize that. You also have on stateside the spot ETF that's been approved, which allows pension funds and pooled money to invest in this particular asset class, which further legitimizes it as a tool for wealth creation. So if you're smart and you are paying attention, this is the time to get into this market. We're looking at the next 10 years to be what some people might describe as the glitch in the metrics that allows you and I, average middle class people who may find that the American dream is fleeting or have been co-opted by a, s- a powerful few, and have made it very difficult for working class, hardworking men and women to participate in wealth creation. You find out you're making money, you're in this loop. If you're an employee, you're in a loop of working to pay bills, working so hard to pay bills, losing out on family time without any clear path to wealth creation because you're paying away all that earned income in high taxes, in a high inflation, high interest rates. You're not finding an avenue. And real estate used to be the number one wealth creation tool. Even though I didn't agree because it didn't make sense that you put all your eggs in one basket and you're owing money for 30 years, 30-year mortgage. That never makes sense to me. If you really want to create wealth, then there's got to be alternative means to get to that point. I do agree that investment is that one is one of those wealth creation tools. Bitcoin now levels the playing field so that you don't have to have so much money to get into an asset class like real estate, which the barrier for entry has gone up significantly high for most of us. So, but with Bitcoin, you can fractionalize your investments, however much you can afford. You set it on auto, and you engage what we know as dollar cost averaging because you set your investment amount on auto, and over time, 5, 10 years, your cost price into the asset Bitcoin averages out, thereby making you profitable. There's no way that you don't get profitable if you invested in that length of time consistently, because Bitcoin has demonstrated a 200% annualized return. So That's my pitch for the asset class. Currently, I'm trying to look into videos that will teach us how to, you know, go in and out of that market smartly. Because yeah, dollar cost averaging is one strategy to invest in crypto. The other strategy is um, setting buy limit, setting buy price and sell price, knowing when to go in and out of the market so that you're not caught holding the bag. You're taking profit so that when these cycles come around, and they do come around quite frequently, one of them is this year because we're going to be seeing a major event in the cryptocurrency market where Bitcoin is going to go through a process known as halving. And halving means that the amount of Bitcoin that's minted every 4 years is every 4 years the amount of Bitcoin that's created is reduced by half, thereby reducing the supply. Whenever you reduce the supply of any asset class, the prices go up as demand increases. So this year, 2024, the previous halving was 2020. This current year, we're going to have the supply of Bitcoin halved again. And given that this is an asset class with a finite amount, everyone who's going to be invested into Bitcoin or who owns Bitcoin will expect that the price that the market is asking for it will go up. Because as we are currently in the global financial space, we're seeing significant tension and stress on the global financial market, given that the US dollar has reached an inflationary state that we've never seen before, because they're creating a lot of these dollars to fight wars, to fund activities globally that a lot of us didn't vote for. Nonetheless, Bitcoin gives us an out, gives us a way to still participate in the game. Let's see what we have to find here. What can we find? And so I challenge you all there out there to participate in the game. Don't wait till you have so much money. I think what this is asking for is discipline. Discipline is very difficult to attain, but that's actually the people who win are the ones who are disciplined, not how much you went into the game, but because when you have um, even if you're starting off with $100, as long as you're investing that $100 consistently and you're disciplined and not cashing it out or selling it at the wrong point, you're gonna win. Here's another tip. Whenever the news has made it to whenever the craze, the Bitcoin craze has made it to the mainstream news and they're talking about it and everyone's talking about Bitcoin, that's usually the time to sell. Another correlation of the top of the market is actions of the Fed. When the Feds issue a change in rate, because here's the way whales play. And whales are a high net worth individuals who are connected and they get into the asset class early and and they buy and they take positions. And so since they control the media as well, CNBC and the likes, they go on there and they pump up the market by putting out a lot of positive news. And they can also put out negative news, what we also call FUD, fear, uncertainty, and doubt. Depending on what they want to do, just know that the media, mainstream media, as they're usually known, is just a marketing tool. It's just a propaganda tool, and the big boys play with the media. So if they're trying to short the market, they'll put out fear, FUD into the news, and people will sell and they'll short the market. If they're trying to make a profit, they're going long. They'll put out positive news and then they'll sell on the retailers. The retailers, unfortunately, are exit liquidity. That's us. Usually, by the time the news, because a lot of the retailers are not informed, and so they get into the market at late when the informed are selling, That's when the retailers sell. That's when the retailers are buying. So they're considered exit liquidity. But if you're smart and you're well informed, you want to get in when the informed are getting in early into the process. And so the way to do that is watch what the feds are doing. There's a high correlation between when the Fed chairman comes on TV and says, inflation is at X percentage, and what we're going to do is pump liquidity into the market, or they're going to inject some type of stimulus package or print money. Pay attention to that particular time, because what they're doing is they're flooding the market with dollars. And as soon as that dollars hits the market, you're going to find a lot of the retailers now have flush cash to start trading on the Robinhood and trading on some of these on Coinbase and some of these centralized exchanges. They put their money in there because they now have extra cash. That's when the retailers now start selling and getting out of the market. So since the feds have not yet issued a stimulus package, right now is the time to buy. When they issue a tightening strategy or move, when maybe they increase rate hikes, they're trying to tighten the finance, the money or the liquidity in the system. That's when that's when you buy. But when they're giving out money, that's when you sell. You take your profits. Here's another thing that I also want to share with you. Uh, when you get into the market and you purchase, let's say for instance, like I said, the dollar cost averaging, that's a different strategy. The other strategy is not dollar cost averaging; it's buying uh, at an informed time, just watching trends. You might even learn technical analysis, use trading view, and use your you know, plot your indicators to know when the top of the mark, when when there's a to establish a bottom price and establish what we call a support, and then we establish a market high. So within that window, that's when you establish what how much you want to buy, when you want to buy, and when you want to sell. Ideally, if you're starting out with a investment capital, let's say you're investing $1,000 and you purchase Bitcoin, the best thing to do is to have a particular time when you want to exit the market. Some people say if the market, you set a specific point. If the market spikes up 50% of your original investment, then you want to sell. Like, may take profit, take money off the table. You can take 25% off at that point. If it spikes up another 100%, you take another 25%. Until you sold your entire portfolio. But you always want to take profit, because the people who take profit during a bull run, those are actually the people who win. You can't completely, no one knows when the top of the market is. It's all a speculation. But the more tools you have in your bag, you can come closer to what may be, you can get profitable. So, I've told you about watching what the news that come out of from the feds and the government. The other thing is to watch the right currently there's a lot of talk on the news about BlackRock. Uh, BlackRock has filed for an Ethereum spot, a spot Ethereum ETF. Again, what an exchange traded fund or an ETF is, it's a collection of securities that are traded on exchanges like stocks, and in this case, crypto. It can be bought and sold throughout the day. ETFs will track a variety of assets, domestic and international stocks, bonds, and commodities. It can also be structured to track specific investment strategies or the price of an individual commodity. So, what ETFs allow you to do, the investor do, is instead of owning the specific asset, like buying Bitcoin and taking it off the exchange and putting it in your own bank, your own hardware wallet, you can trade the paper version of it, the type that's sold on platforms Robin Hood and Charles Schwab and Webull, Fidelity, they're going to be offering the Bitcoin ETF where you can buy it like a stock ETF. You can trade in and out of it. You can buy and sell it. So it allows a lot of people who don't want to mess with the technology, who are not really, older folks or people who are not tech savvy, or aggregated money like or pooled money like pension funds. They can invest in this asset class through these legacy platforms. So BlackRock, who is probably one of the wealthiest global organizations out there, they never lose when they're messing with the government because they are the government. And they filed for an Ethereum ETF. We know that's going to win. So between now and that event get happening, this is the time to invest, because once that ETF gets approved, I'm expecting that Ethereum is going to uh, go like make a massive movement to the upside. So there's another tip for you right there. All right, we've been in this for 30 minutes. I'm gonna go get a break, and I'll see you all next time.